Who is Semiramis, the mother and wife of Nimrod? According to the historian Eusebius, Semiramis was the wife of Nimrod. In the Sumerian language, her name is Sammur-amat. According to less trustworthy traditions, Semiramis was Noah's granddaughter, and both the mother and wife of Nimrod. From many ancient writings, considerable is learned of this man, who started the great organized worldly apostasy from God that has dominated this world until now. Nimrod was so evil, it is said he married his own mother, whose name was Semiramis. After Nimrod's untimely death, his so-called mother-wife, Semiramis, propagated the evil doctrine of the survival of Nimrod as a spirit being. Around this same time, Nimrod dies a violent and untimely death. In an effort to retain power and to hide her misdeeds, Semiramis makes a most audacious claim. She publicly declares that upon Nimrod's death, he had been resurrected as the god of the sun. As the sun god, Nimrod used his sun rays to miraculously inseminate Semiramis with a child. This child was thus considered to be divinely conceived. The child's name was Tammuz, which she claimed was the reincarnated Nimrod. Thus, Semiramis was both Nimrod's wife and mother. According to various legends, Semiramis became pregnant after engaging in an adulterous affair while married to Nimrod. She claimed a full-grown evergreen tree sprang overnight from a dead tree stump, which symbolized the springing forth unto new life of the dead Nimrod. On each anniversary of his birth, she claimed, Nimrod would visit the evergreen tree and leave gifts upon it. December 25th was the birthday of Nimrod. This is the real origin of the Christmas tree. After the scattering that occurs at the Tower of Babel, this story of the miraculous conception of this child disseminated throughout the world and led to the rise of the various birth-death-rebirth cults that are littered through history. These mystery religions of future generations adopted different names for Semiramis and her child, Tammuz. According to another tradition, Semiramis was the daughter of a goddess. She had mermaid-like features with the head of a woman and the body of a fish. So exactly who is Semiramis? Much speculation surrounds Semiramis throughout history. However, the image of a mother holding her child is pervasive throughout nearly every culture throughout history. This gives some credence to the import of Semiramis and her place in history. Two key figures in the origin of Christmas are Nimrod, a great-grandson of Noah, and his mother and wife, Semiramis, also known as Ishtar and Isis. Nimrod, known in Egypt as Osiris, was the founder of the first world empire at Babel, later known as Babylon, Genesis. From ancient sources such as the Epic of Gilgamesh and records unearthed by archaeologists from long-ruined Mesopotamian and Egyptian cities, we can reconstruct subsequent events. After Nimrod's death, 2167 BC, Semiramis promoted the belief that he was a god. She claimed that she saw a full-grown evergreen tree spring out of the roots of a dead tree stump, symbolizing the springing forth of new life for Nimrod. On the anniversary of his birth, she said, Nimrod would visit the evergreen tree and leave gifts under it. His birthday fell on the winter solstice at the end of December. A few years later, Semiramis bore a son, Horus or Gilgamesh. She declared that she had been visited by the spirit of Nimrod, who left her pregnant with a boy. Horus, she maintained, was Nimrod reincarnated. With a father, mother, and son deified, a deceptive, perverted trinity was formed. During the time between Babel and Christ, pagans developed the belief that the days grew shorter in early winter because their sun god was leaving them. When they saw the length of the day increasing, they celebrated by riotous, unrestrained feasting and orgies. This celebration, known as Saturnalia, was named after Saturn, another name for Nimrod. If we got Christmas from the Roman Catholics, and they got it from paganism, where did the pagans get it? Where, when, and what was its real origin? It is a chief custom of the corrupt system denounced all through Bible prophecies and teachings under the name of Babylon. And it started and originated in the original Babylon of ancient Nimrod. Yes, it stems from roots whose beginning was shortly this side of the flood. Nimrod, grandson of Ham, son of Noah, was the real founder of the Babylonish system that has gripped the world ever since, the system of organized competition of man-ruled governments and empires, based upon the competitive and profit-making economic system. Nimrod built the Tower of Babel, the original Babylon, ancient Nineveh, many other cities. He organized the world's first kingdom. The name Nimrod, in Hebrew, is derived from marad, meaning he rebelled. Through her scheming and designing, Semiramis became the Babylonian Queen of Heaven, and Nimrod, under various names, became the divine Son of Heaven. Through the generations, in this idolatrous worship, Nimrod became the false Messiah, son of Baal the sun god. In this false Babylonish system, the mother and child, Semiramis and Nimrod reborn, became chief objects of worship. Thus, during the 4th and 5th centuries, when the pagans of the Roman world were accepting the new popular Christianity by hundreds of thousands, carrying their old pagan customs and beliefs along with them, merely cloaking them with Christian-sounding names, the Madonna and mother and child idea also became popularized, especially at Christmas time. We never questioned to see where they came from, whether they came from the Bible or from pagan idolatry. If you like my videos, please subscribe to my channel.